my other brother and him were like unloved or something. And I think it was the first time when I confronted him, he realized for himself that, hey, wait a minute, why did I hate your God so much? And why I had such a smile is because I got to express outside of my house what I wish I could express with my brothers because I loved them so much. So I discovered I was only happy to be myself finally somewhere because I couldn't have it at my own house. So that's where that smile came out. So whenever I was in school, I was like, hey, everyone loves Marvin, yeah, and I would make sure that everyone's always laughing and happy all the time because I'd never had that in my home. And I loved my brothers. I wanted to be able to express that with them. I was always saying good stuff at school about how my brothers are amazing, yet at the same time they hated my guts so much. So the good thing here is it's only when I was able to express, for once, anger, that I was able to get someone to realize where they went wrong. They saw it for themselves. My brother and I have never had an argument after that. I found my brother back since then. So someone that was the source of a traumatic experience growing up is now the brother I always wanted to have. To the point, it's like, where did his anger go? Like he has like no more. It completely changed. Like it's almost a pushover now, you know? But it's just to say how his life changed when he was confronted with that. And it's for us to be able to realize now, what are we holding back? Whenever we have an illness, a pain, what's angry here that's trying to get our attention? Is my body telling me I'm really upset? So you know what? You wait till you go to sleep. I know exactly where you are. You know, I'm gonna communicate to you something to let you know I'm not happy with your decisions right now. So that we wake up and have a different action, and so that our body, when it's saying good stuff about us, oh, you know, like Richard, he's so great, he has such nice hair and everything like that. Like, you could really be proud about how Richard is actually the manager of how he's feeding the body what the body needs. So we could regain a good relationship with our bodies. Okay? That could be one thing. So whenever you have a pain in your life, I don't see pain anymore as something I need to avoid. I want to make sure that that pain is amplified so I could pay attention to what I'm not seeing. What is it that's trying to express itself that I'm not paying attention to? And when I could do that, is there a lost relationship that could be rekindled for once? And the body is maybe angry for real. And how long is this broken relationship going to keep going on for? But imagine the body's like, it's okay, I'm not going to tell you anything, it's fine. You know, it's okay, it's fine, tomorrow it's going to be good. Do yourself some fun, it's true, you had a hard day at work. How else is the body supposed to communicate to us? And we call that illness, and we're looking for cures for cancer everywhere. While our body right there inside of us is trying to tell us something. Or even our emotions when we're having a bad day. I wake up in the morning, and I realize that growing up with age, it's like my anger matured. So it's just like, but I couldn't tell that. It was just maybe certain things that were repressed that matured. So while doing experiments on myself, I realized that some mornings I went to wake up to go to work, and I was just so angry for no reason. I'm like, but no one got me angry. So where does this come from? I'm like, okay, and I'm looking, I'm like, well, I can't work this way. And then I think about another opportunity. I start paying attention. I'm like, well, I could stay home and feel sorry for myself. But then there's all these amazing people. I've been such on a roll now. I so connect with people well now. There's all these new people in my office that are not going to get to have this amazing opportunity of interaction with me. And I'm like, okay, knowing I'm so angry, I'm like, at least I have a destination to put on my Google Maps. That's my starting point today. And I know what my intention is for the end of the day. So now, it doesn't matter what happens in my day, I'm just looking for how my day is going to end. About all the amazing interactions I had with the people that need this energy of mine. So it doesn't matter how you wake up, just know where you're at all times and where you want to go at all times, and everything will flow all the time.
That's good.
And make sure you never forget about that. Any pain that you have is an opportunity for you to rewrite what you actually want to do and where you want to go. If you feel pain, well, that's where I am right now, but where do I want to go? And what am I not listening to, so I better pay attention? Pain means pay attention to me. And another thing I was diagnosed with, like, recently is I found out, just like my mother, I have advanced degenerative arthritis. Perfect! No, really, it's amazing. I mean, for years I've been trying to tell people, hey, if you don't align yourself properly, you're gonna get hurt. Now I could finally be a living example of, look, if I don't walk perfectly like you see right now, I'm gonna get hurt myself. So I'm like the oldest person here in this room. Like whoever thinks they're old, don't worry. I'm like 2 times older than you for sure. And I had this crazy arthritic pain. I had my first arthritic pain, and that was my body telling me, by the way, hey, your sleep, it doesn't matter how long you've been seeing this girl group in the morning, you need to take care of your sleep. That was my body telling me that. I'm like, okay, I got this crazy arthritic pain in my neck one day. It's like, oh my goodness, my first arthritis attack. Oh my goodness, my first. This is horrible. Like my neck was so stiff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, wait a minute, I know what I'm not gonna do. See, prior to actually starting personal development, I was so afraid of like hurting people's feelings that I'm like, I'm not gonna hurt anyone's feelings if I stay in my room all day and numb myself with video games and movies. You should see my room. It's like OCD movies all over the place. But that's the thing, numbing the pain. The worst thing I could do with this pain in my neck is numb that pain. So how many of us, when we feel pain or we think there might even be pain, hey, just in case, let me numb this. The pain here allowed me to see everything that I was doing all the time that was wrong, and I went to the gym anyways. I went to the gym to go express the energy I need to spend my day, but then I was seeing like, oh my goodness, so this is how I should have been doing it all along? My neck pain does not allow me to do any mistakes that I was allowing myself to do every day. So your pain tells you to pay attention. Your pain tells you what to pay attention. And that's how I was able to get back my smile, because I knew where I was at, and I saw that by expressing all of who I was, looking at all of what I had, like if I have pain, at least I have pain. Good. What can I pay attention to? I was able to regain my smile because I realized that, hey, if I'm angry all the time, I'm competing with Hydro-Quebec with amount of energy that I have. Do you know how much energy you have from being angry all the time? I have to suppress all the time. That's why Gordon was like, this guy looks like, he's really upset. Like, he's going to wait for me after work. And yet, when I come close to him, I feel like this genuine love. Yeah, because I'm angry all the time. That's just it. So I need to be able to pay attention and express myself all the time, because what's going to hurt me more is not expressing what's actually going on in my life. And that was why I was so hurt all the time. It's because I was never able to express or allow myself to express myself. So if I could leave some quick tips, because my time's up, he's like, I'm going to wait for you afterward. So there's a few things that are very important to remember, is that I used to train at some point, and it was a complete nightmare. Because unless I was lifting more weights at a specific workout, I was useless. So every day was like, oh my goodness, I have to do more and more. So what was good for me in terms of exercise had become something negative for me, because now it was a stress of performance. Why? Because that's all my self-esteem had. At least I look like I'm in shape, so people are like, yeah, Marvin, yeah, because I'm in shape. But I never paid attention to my value being my ability to think. Yeah, that's just how it was. So my first tip is, you have a gift of energy that is specific to you, not your neighbor, not anyone on a six-pack on a magazine cover, to you, that if you don't express that, it will harm you.
That's right.
You have a specific gift of energy that needs to be expressed, and when it's not, it will harm you. So it's your responsibility to be a good manager and express it the way that you see fit the best. Hey, just tell yourself the truth. Try one, it doesn't work, try the other one. Next is in terms of emotion. I can't just hold back my emotions. I have to find a way of expressing it somehow. And my emotion is just like when I want to tell something to someone. If I'm not able to express my emotional state and feel it's heard, understood, and respected, guess what it does? It harms me. And then I'll feel it more in my mental ability to communicate or to be well. I feel like I'm losing it today. Yeah, that's where it's going to go. Okay? And then the last one is my reason of being. The most fulfilling activities to my soul that are individual to me. If I'm not expressing that, it will harm me. So be thankful for the pains that you have, because you could feel the pain at least to pay attention to what you were not paying attention to all the time. And on that note, I wish you an authentic smile and a great evening.